Welcome. In this, we're going to be talking about structuring product delivery and the importance of prioritization. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Aryan, and I'm building this video series from the product playbook written by my friend Eric Yang. There's a link to all of his great resources in the description. First, when you've got many ideas to work on at once, you need to strategically manage process and time. The best way to do that is with effective prioritization. Given the timeline, budget, and stakeholder pressures, what makes sense to be accomplished first, and which items are best left to the end. There are many ways of prioritizing. Here are some of them: rice scoring, the Moscow method, the Kano model, and there are even more in Eric's playbook if you want to check them out. Also, there's not one perfect method to prioritize. A good idea is to create a combination of a few which best fit your style. For example, Eric mentions using a value-effort matrix to evaluate features as quick wins or long-term plays, and then using a Kano model to identify which are the best in terms of user satisfaction. And then lastly, using rice scoring to place numerical values on the final shortlist. Creating a backlog. Where do we put requirements, enhancements, functions, features, and fixes? By definition, a backlog is an ordered list of everything that is known to be needed in the product. Here are some tips for the backlog. It's not a to-do list, share it as needed, and it's clear and actionable. A backlog should not be a daily list of to-dos for your engineers and designers. Stuff like sending emails, coordinating with stakeholders, and conducting a sprint are managed elsewhere, such as calendars and personal lists. The backlog should be relatively high level and directly tied to desired product outcomes. Keep in mind, a backlog shouldn't be shared with everyone. Most of the time, stakeholders, users, and whoever is inessential to delivering the product don't necessarily need access to it. Having too many eyes on the backlog leads to overmanagement and encourages rear-view thinking. Lastly, and maybe most importantly, backlog items should be targeted enough to be actionable and not leave room for confusion. If your team is confused, rework how it's phrased and defined so there's alignment in the backlog. That's all, folks. Thanks again for watching, and I hope this provided value. Again, check out Eric's product base for a wealth of free and accessible information and more specifics on what we covered today.